Here's your Storm Track 7 forecast.
Happy May 1st, Eastern Iowa. I'm Storm Track 7 meteorologist Andy Cassidy. Looking back at the rain we had in the month of April, and depending on where you were, it was pretty plentiful. Areas north and west saw roughly 1.5 inches to maybe as high as 2 inches above normal. Waterloo at 5 3/4 at the airport. Cedar Rapids pretty seasonal, just about 3/10 over the average there. Then going a little bit farther south and east, Dubuque about 1.25 inches to below normal, and then Iowa City roughly seasonal, only about 1/2 inch below normal. So again, depending on where you were, it was a little bit more wet north and west, and then south and east, especially farther south and farther east, not as much rainfall. And so the drought monitor, especially for our eastern areas, reflects that. So again, it updates every Thursday with data through Tuesday at 7 a.m. So you notice only the moderate drought in our neck of the woods is right over Dubuque County, specifically over the city of Dubuque. Otherwise, abnormally dry technically isn't a drought. It's just a little bit drier than normal. As we always talk about, the drought monitor isn't necessarily a week by week assessment. It's a month by month assessment, sometimes 6-month assessment, just because it not only looks at rain, but how much rain we've seen over multiple months, river flow, stream flow, temperatures as well. And so right now things are looking okay, especially as we're now getting into growing season. But another thing to watch is that really after tomorrow, things are going to be pretty dry over the next week or so. So compare it to last week. So here is this week's. You can see again the moderate drought hanging on our far eastern counties there, and then a little bit there sprinkled in western Iowa as well as southwestern Iowa. But last week there was kind of that bullseye over Blackhawk and Bremer County and extending into Grundy, Butler, Fayette, and Buchanan County. And then that still remained in Dubuque County just because it didn't see as much rain. But thankfully, just last night, Dubuque saw about 1 inch of rainfall through this morning, so that will help at least as we go through the rest of the next couple of days. Again, we're not going to see much rain after Friday. So let's set the future track together here. You're going to notice some scattered showers through the late morning hours. Then we'll see another wave during the afternoon, during that afternoon commute. Could see some thunderstorms with this, maybe some pockets of moderate to heavy rain at times, but nothing severe is expected. That'll go through the early night hours, and then after midnight, I think things will start to taper off. We'll have a dry period during Friday morning, maybe some sunshine mixed in there, but I think for the most part, it'll be mostly cloudy. Then as we head into the afternoon, especially south of Highway 20, we'll see some scattered showers. I expect them to be just that, just some scattered showers as some cooler air moves in. So here's Friday afternoon. You can see mostly south of Highway 20, and I think after sunset, any of that activity clears out. What's changed since yesterday is that system that moves through is now going to stall out. So not only are we going to see more cloud cover on Saturday, we could see some isolated showers clipping our far eastern and southern edge. So I'd say kind of Dubuque, Monticello, Cedar Rapids, Iowa City, Washington, this region right here could see some isolated showers. Not expected to be very heavy, if at all, but it's something that we'll have to watch for this weekend that could see some isolated light rain. Again, it's going to be very light. It's not going to ruin any plans, but that'll also just keep the cloud cover as well and keep us not only on the cloudier side, but just on the cooler side as well. And really, that's going to stall out for end of the day or Saturday night. So we could see some light rain showers on our far southern eastern edge Saturday night. It's not really until Sunday we'll see that cloud cover slowly recede. So areas north and west this weekend, we'll see more of the sunshine. Not going to see that rain. South and east, cloud cover hangs on, and maybe a few showers. So in terms of additional rainfall from now until Saturday morning, and most of this will be through Friday evening, Saturday, anything that brings maybe a couple hundredths of an inch at best. Anywhere from about 1/10 to 1/4 of an inch, so looks like a little bit heavier amounts here towards the Mississippi, which again is where we need it because that's where the moderate drought is. And then really after that, it is very quiet. Thankfully, through all of this rainfall, winds aren't going to be too much of a factor. Maybe about 5 to 10 over the next 24 hours. We'll pick up a little bit during the day tomorrow, 5 to 15. Again, bringing a little bit of that northwest flow, a little bit of cooler air. But considering how windy the months of March and April were, we'll definitely take this to kick off the month of May. And really, over the next 10 days, winds are not going to be too much of a factor. So for today, high temperatures, definitely a little bit cooler along the Mississippi where there's more cloud cover. High temperatures in the low to mid 70s with some peaks of sunshine at times. I think for the most part, it will be mostly cloudy and then those scattered showers, especially during the afternoon. Then for tonight, low temperatures, pretty seasonal in the mid to upper 40s. Chance of rain really before midnight, tapers off, partly cloudy skies with that light northwest wind. Then for tomorrow, cloud cover comes back in. During the morning, it's mostly cloudy. Then during the afternoon, scattered showers, especially the farther south you go, really towards kind of the Highway 30 southward corridor is the best chance of seeing any of that rainfall. Your city-by-city forecast for Waterloo, Dubuque, Cedar Rapids, and Iowa City. So I brought in a 10% chance for Iowa City and Cedar Rapids on Saturday. As I mentioned, not going to be very impactful rain, just kind of more of a nuisance like, darn, I got a little bit of a light raindrop on my forehead. That's going to really be about it. Waterloo, I think, will stay dry. Dubuque, that cloud cover, I think, is going to hang around and maybe a little bit of a better isolated shower chance. But as I mentioned, not going to be too much rain overall. Then after that, we'll see some clearing on Sunday, and then really it's going to be very quiet, not only in terms of precipitation, but look at the winds. Really only about 5 to 10. They maybe pick up a little bit next week, but temperatures stay pretty steady in the upper 70s with low temperatures in the upper 40s and low 50s.